guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm showing you how to create this beautiful gold, rose goldy pink and purple makeup look. I love how this look came out. I used a few palettes, but for the most part I used this Gosh Copenhagen palette. This is the To Enjoy in New York and it has the most beautiful shades. I really loved how this look came out. I was very inspired by my top for this look. So if you want to see how I created this look right here, then please keep watching.
Starting with the Nivea Sensitive Post Shave Balm as a primer. This really works so well as a primer. I am using that all over my face. Now my face is quite light compared to my skin because I had a little bit of self tanner on from the dancing. For foundation, I'm using the Rimmel Match Perfection foundation. This is in the lightest shade and it matches my lightly faded tan very well. And then I'm just blending that out with a damp beauty sponge. This is a really nice light to medium coverage foundation. For concealer, I'm using the Essence Camouflage Full Coverage Concealer. Now this really isn't full coverage, but it goes really well with this foundation. And I'm applying that underneath my eyes and also on my eyelids to prime for the eyeshadows. Blending that in with my blending sponge. And then I'm using the Catrice All About Matte Plus Compact Fixing Powder in Translucent. And I'm just lightly applying that all over my eyelids to set the concealer. For brows, I'm using NYX Tame and Fame Brow Pomade in the shade Blonde, and I'm just lightly filling my brows in. I'm letting them grow out a bit, so they aren't in the best shape, but I'm just naturally aligning the outside of my brows from the middle to outer part, and then whatever is left on the brush I'll use to fill in the inner part of my eyebrows. Moving on to the eyes, I'm starting with this light bronze shade in my crease on a big fluffy brush just as a transition shade and to warm up my crease a bit. Then for the star of today's video, the Gosh Copenhagen's palette. I love this palette. I don't normally wear a lot of bright colors on my eyes, but I really liked how this look came out. As you can see, they are very pigmented. Starting with the salmony pink shade in the palette, I just applied that all over my eyelid. Now this wasn't really as pigmented as I hoped it to be, so as you can see I just turned around the brush and used the sponge applicator to apply a bit more of the product. This works just as well as using your finger, but my nails are a bit long, so I just used the sponge tip. Then I went in with the lilac purple shade in the palette and I'm using that on a shadow brush. I am blending that from the outer V of my eye into my crease very lightly using a very light hand. So as you can see, there's hardly any product on the brush and I'm just very softly blending that. As you can see, this brush has a really nice pointy tip, which helps for everything to be nice and blended, but you can still get a bit more precision at the same time. So again, blending from the outer corner of my eyes up into my crease and then using a fluffy brush to make sure everything is nice and blended, because blending is key for this look. Now I'm using the darkest purple shadow on a flat shader brush and I am creating almost like a V at the outer corner of my eyes and then blending that up into the crease as well. This is just to add some depth in this look and darken up the crease a bit. And then I'm also packing the excess shadow left on the brush onto the outermost part of my eyelid. Again, making sure everything is nice and blended. Now since I have hooded eyes, you'll see that I go slightly above my crease. If you have a more defined eyelid, just go in your normal crease. But this is a really good trick to use if you have hooded eyes. Again, going in with a fluffy brush and making sure everything is nice and blended. Next is Catrice Cosmetics Liquid Metal Golden Roses shadow that I applied all over my eyelid just to add a bit more of a metallic rose gold to my eyes. As you can see, it makes a really nice difference. And then I'm using the vibrant purple shadow, again the lilac shade, on the outer part of my eyelid and also blending that back into the crease. Next, going in with the salmony pink shade on the middle to outer half of my eyelid, just to give a nice transition for the two pink shadows. To highlight the inner corners of my eyes, I'm using the white eyeshadow. Next, I went in with the Balm Voyage palette, the golden highlighter shade in this palette, and applied that with a smudging brush on the inner corners of my eyes. Now, this will honestly work with any champagne or gold highlight. I also put a bit on a brush and just lightly blended that onto the inner corner of my eyes. This is just to tone down the white. For contour, I'm using a Revlon Photo Ready Instafix in the shade 150 Natural Beige. I absolutely love this contour stick. Now, I don't want to change the shape of my face, so I literally just follow my natural contours of my face, the hollows of my cheeks and around my nose. I don't like to slim down my nose, and then I just go around my forehead and onto my jawline. For highlight, the same collection from Revlon, I'm using the shade 200 Pink Light and applying that on the sides of my temples and my cheekbones, on the tip of my nose, and a little bit on my cupid's bow. And I'm blending that in with my Real Techniques Damp Beauty Sponge. Now I'm just setting my face with the same Catrice powder that I used earlier for my eyelids, and then I'm just going in with a light eggshell color to highlight my brow bone and going back in with a fluffy brush and making sure everything is blended. For my lower lash line, I'm using the salmon pink shade all over, and then I'm just going in with the lilac purple shade on the outer corners of my lower lash line. This will just tie the whole look together and make it more smoky. For blush, the Essence Silky Touch blush in the shade Adorable. For eyeliner in my waterline, the Essence 25 Stay Highlight Eyeliner. Next, for mascara, I'm using the Maybelline Falsies Push Up Angel Mascara. Look at this wand. It is the most interesting wand I've ever seen, and it is a really nice mascara. Not the best if you're in a rush, but it's really nice in separating your lashes. It doesn't really lengthen it that much, but it is really nice, and I love it for the lower lash line. Then going back in with that gold highlighter shade from the Balm palette, I'm just setting the highlight on my skin and warming that pink highlight up a bit with a gold highlight. For lips, I'm using the Essence XXL lip gloss in the shade Fabulous Fuchsia. Now, the packaging rubs off so quickly, but luckily I kept the label on so you can see the name. And then for eyelashes, I just used the Eyeliner London Natural Lashes number 20. And that is it for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you have not already, please subscribe to my channel and give this video a thumbs up if you like this look, and feel free to leave me a comment down below. I honestly get the nicest comments and I love chatting to you guys. And with that being said, my friends, that is it for today. I will speak to you all very soon. Bye!